are coming to look at how to hand over and how to take up on the road. So I've broken it into individual steps, about 6 steps. So we start with the handing over. So you see, handing over is just the opposite of taking up. So when I'm done, I'll talk about taking up. Handing over means that there's one nurse on duty and she has closed and another nurse is coming. So the one handing over is the one on duty, who is handed over to the one that is now coming. So in handing over, it starts from the nurse station. Nurse station is where the nurses are seated to do their work. So let me take them one by one. When we come to the nurse station, you welcome the incoming nurse and give him or her a seat. When you give the person a seat, now you tell the person about the general overview of the ward as at today. Then you give the report book to the person to read. So if you have been tasked to hand over a ward, things you can pick are report book, a patient's bedside sheet, which these days we may not have because of the online system. So you need a report, bedside sheet, you need a pen, and then you need things like the ward states, the changes book, all that. So at the nurse station, the taking up nurse will have to read the report book and inquire if she or she has any questions on the report. You must inquire as part of the step. Do you understand the report? Do you have any concerns that I have to explain further? After explaining everything and going through everything, if there is something you think it's sensitive you cannot talk about at the bedside, you have to tell the incoming nurse there. When you are done with that, then you go bed to hand over patients. When you are handing over patients, you are going with the patient's bedside sheet. You know the bedside sheet is made of the temperature sheets, the medication sheets, and the nurse's note. Basically, these 3 must form it. Depending on patient's condition, other sheets can be added. So you go to patient A, you pick patient A bedside sheet. You go through with the incoming staff. This morning we have done vital signs. We did 10 a.m. we also did 2 p.m. We are giving medication. All the medication, the one we took out from the night nurses, and the ones we have done, then you hand over to the incoming staff. And the nurses knows you have written. So as you say it, she also goes through and you give it to her to go through herself. And you introduce the incoming staff to that particular patient. So this is patient Amasewa, and then she came today and these are her things. Or she has been here since 3 days. I'm sure you know her already. So Amasewa, I'm leaving. This is your incoming nurse who is coming to take over you now. So you do that for every patient. Once there is something sensitive about patient but cannot be mentioned to patient's hearing, then you let the nurse know that this is everything, but then I'll talk more about the patient when we get to the nurse station. And you leave it there. So you hand over all of them. Then after that you go to gadgets that you use for working. So you must hand over supplies like the syringe and needle, the medication, the cotton, the items for wound dressing, everything. And you hand over gadgets that are non-functional. You must mention it. Or you can just say that as for today, every gadget is working. You don't have any damaged gadgets, so that you don't lose that score. So you hand over non-functional gadgets. You mentioned that the sashing machine is not working, but we have called the maintenance to come and pick it. So they said they will come in there around 4 p.m. Hand over those things. Then you hand over dangerous drugs. So it means you have to go to a drug compartment and tell the incoming nurse that this morning when I was coming, the night nurses handed over 30 them, two of them to me, but I have used one and then we are yet to replace it. So you make sure you mention something about dangerous drugs. Then from there, you go to the ward at Nexus. That's where we enter the washroom to see that everything is working. The side wards to see that everything works well. Then we come back to the nurses station and talk about departmental concerns, like the matron brought some circular around that we have a meeting on Sunday, or that like somebody is having a wedding and you have to do contributions or the welfare, you have to pay your part and everything. Then after everything, you thank the incoming nurse, you sign out. a book.